An end of an era on Capitol Hill today as House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she will step down as leader of the Democratic caucus in January after 20 years making way for the next generation of party leaders. Now, Pelosi's decision to step back comes as the balance of power shifts in the House. Republicans now set to take back control in January after 4 years in the minority. With a handful of races left to call, Republicans have hit that magic number of 218 seats. Democrats have 212. The Republican majority coming after a call in California's 27th district. Incumbent Congressman Mike Garcia defeating Democrat Christy Smith. And with that, we welcome the Santa Clarita Congressman Mike Garcia here live on the special report, live from Washington, D.C., by the way. Congressman, welcome and congratulations on your victory.
Thanks, Marla. It's great to be here and a huge honor to be able to continue to serve the now 27th Congressional District.
Right. It switched over to the 27th with redistricting. First and foremost, let's get your thoughts on Nancy Pelosi and her announcement today.
Look, I applaud her service and I wish her well in her new role. It's unclear what she's going to do, but she announced today that she will not be seeking a leadership position. You know, it's pretty tremendous to think about as, you know, someone who ran to try to be an opposition force to what was, in my mind, a very far left agenda, this tax and spend mentality that we see in California quite a bit being uploaded to the federal level. I started running in 2019 and we were in a very low minority then as a Republican Party. And so to see this historic moment where we're about to not just flip the House, but to be in a position where our seat was one of the critical races in that endeavor is it's truly an honor to be here. It's been a remarkable era. It's a very important era right now in our nation's history, and we've had a blizzard of crises in the last couple of years, and now it's up to us to right the ship and to come with an agenda that's going to help protect Americans and, above all things, get our economy back on track and provide security to our communities. All
right, let's talk more about that because you and the Republicans successfully ran on inflation, crime, the crisis at the border, fentanyl, and the uptick in those cases. What are you going to be doing on day one to tackle all of these? This is a hefty agenda.
Yeah, the biggest paradigm shift you'll see out of our party is that we're putting control back into the committees rather than it being held by a small group of leaders in the party like Nancy Pelosi did. We're going to allow the committees to caucus, to have debates, to bring forward legislation to fix the woes. And it's going to be focused primarily on security, whether it's economic security, neighborhood security, border security. And like I said, the economy right now is probably the priority of all of those things, and national security, doubling down on our commitment to the military as well as law enforcement. The committees are going to be bringing forth the agenda. We're going to be publishing our HR 1 through 10, which are our top 10 bills. And probably the first thing you'll see coming out of this Republican-led House is the revocation of funding for the 87,000 IRS agents. And we're going to see where that money pivots to, whether it's supporting Border Patrol, supporting law enforcement, or supporting our military. But we could probably do all three with the $80 billion set aside for the IRS agents. So there's going to be an entire list of legislative priorities and actions that we're going to be taking. Those will be unveiled after they go through the right process within the committees, and we're expecting to see that all come to fruition in January.
All right, I want to get your thoughts on what we saw unfold on Tuesday, 1 week after Election Day, when President Trump in Mar-a-Lago at his estate there announced that he will seek another term. Is this a good idea, and do you support him?
So, I don't think anyone was surprised by it. As a prior president, I think he has first right of refusal. I support anyone that's going to be able to win an election against Joe Biden. Right now, we have an executive branch that is, frankly, taking advantage of taxpayer money. He's turned his back on our security, our collective security here at our southern border, in our neighborhoods, as well as overseas. Like I said, the crises that we're experiencing are man-made crises with a breadcrumb trail that goes to the Oval Office. So we do need to win the White House back as a former president. I think he's got the first position on that. I'll support anyone that runs a good race, who runs on principles and the right conservative values, and is able to take the White House back in 2024.
So does that officially mean that you would support him over DeSantis, for instance?
Look, I like competition, right? I'm looking forward to if no one else is going to run and it's only President Trump, then everyone should be all in to support that. But if there's going to be other candidates, you know, I like competition. I like seeing those debates. I like seeing the growth, the hopefully civil discussions, and watching candidates evolve. Even as incumbents, sometimes we still have an opportunity to evolve. So we'll see who gets in the race. If it's DeSantis, Pompeo, Pence, or others. We'll see how this field evolves, and you know, we'll go from there and have that conversation later.
Former Vice President Pence, in fact, he is in our neck of the woods tonight. He is at the Reagan Library speaking there tonight, in fact. All right, Congressman Mike Garcia, congratulations again, District 27. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. And good luck.
Thanks, Marla. Appreciate it. Thank you.
He's got a lot of work to do.